let's get into somebody they mentioned Hard Knocks, though. And that's Brian Burns. Brian Burns has been ranked as a top 10 pass rusher in the NFL. That's by ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. And I just have one question for Jeremy Fowler. What are you smoking, dude?
Can you pass him?
Seriously. And again, I'm not a hater of the Brian Burns selection of the move of bringing him in. I've said it before. I think we overpaid for him. But he's not a top 10 pass rusher in the NFL, guys. That's utterly ridiculous, you know.
I mean, do I hope he is? And will he be? Yeah, I do. But that's also, you're playing for the worst team in the NFL.
Yes.
And you're the only bright spot there. You could be ranked 18, 20, 22 at that position and still be the bright star of that NFL organization because everyone else is to do. Shine bright like some quartz.
So here's the exact quote from Jeremy Fowler on this. He said, Burns looked poised to crack the top 5 but lost momentum, needing tiebreakers to take the 10th spot. The consistent top 10 performer has won double-digit sack seasons since 2019, and his last year in Carolina wasn't stellar, leading to a trade to New York. To be sure, a contentious contract standoff could have affected his play, and the Panthers rarely held leads, diminishing the third down rush opportunities. Burns is the only player in the top 10 without a single top 5 vote. And then this is an NFL coordinator talking about him that they quoted that stayed anonymous. He said, he has everything you want in the position and will always be productive. The only thing he lacks is that elite power. You know, I think it lacks production to call him a top 10. I mean, I'd say maybe top 15. You want to go there? Like that's maybe, I'd have to look at the list and, I wouldn't want to say that for that actually diving into each pass rusher and deciding who I want to put in there. But top 10, that sounds a little...
Sounds aggressive.
That sounds a little rough there. That sounds a little bit like we're trying to force it there. And I think a lot of it is, again, he's got that reputation. And I think that reputation came from the fact he was highly touted in college. He's looked very good on a very bad team. And I think people look at him as potential. We're paying this man on potential. We're giving him a top 10 status now through ESPN as potential. This is an important year for him. Like, seriously, guys, he's got to live up to that potential. Or this is going to look like a really bad contract really quickly. And I don't think it's going to necessarily. I'm 50-50 on it. But something's got to give this year, guys. He's going to be on a team with Dexter Lawrence. He's going to be a team with Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, he's got people around him. And he's going to be on, a team that we're hoping is more competitive than the Panthers were last year. That's not saying much. So it gives him more opportunities. He's going to be with a defensive coordinator that's going to let him pin his ears back and go get the goddamn quarterback. Like, he's got every opportunity to do what he needs to do. Correct. And if he doesn't do it, it's on him. So.
Or he was just too slow and got beat out.
Or what?
Or he's just too slow and got beat out.
Yeah. Well, his speed's never the problem. It's his strength that's the problem. He's like, and it's funny, he's with Kayvon. They both have the same issue. They're both extremely fast and depend on their speed. So sometimes that can bite you in the butt when you're going against somebody who's also pretty fast, As Chris says, I like the signing of Spider-Man. Dex, Superman. What Marvel characters are next? Well, Superman's DC, Chris. Come on.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
Come on. You can call Jalen Hyatt the Flash and go a little more DC at that point there, since he's so fast. Think fast, speak fast.
So fast.
Think fast, speak fast.
Chad Powers?
Chad Powers himself. There he goes.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.